In order to get my early years teacher status, I had some standards that I had to study, and the first block of standards was all to do with knowing what frameworks you're working with. The second was all about your practice with children, and then you were looking at your health and safety with children, and then looking at working with, collaborating with your team and your parents. And then there was a small set of standards about just yourself as a continuing practitioner, and learning from what you're doing and constantly being reflective. Once I knew the standards, when you're just in your everyday at work and you've got your standards in mind, you're looking for evidence of how you meet those standards, and you can collect that evidence. It can be observations that you've made, it can be planning sheets you've done that show your practice. I personally did some policies and procedures for certain settings. I did a safeguarding procedure that they hadn't thought about. By the end of my practice, I had a lot of documents that showed some of the things I'd done. I had a statement off one of the managers I worked for in one of the placements. I had just photos of things I'd set up. I did like a sensory room. I had a copy of certain letters I'd produced for health and safety, or a procedure I'd written, and also a training I'd provided for some of the staff. And then at the end, an assessor came in and she looked at all the things I'd done. She looked around the setting, and I showed her all the things that I'd implemented into the setting. And she interviewed some witnesses about what I'd done, and that was it really. And I got my status. By doing the early years status, it's helped me as a practitioner, because I'm always looking at ways to improve, because when I was doing it, I was always looking at these different standards and different types of practice, and also about how I can work better with other people and work better with parents and myself, continuously improve. So I'm always reflecting on what I'm doing, and from a day-to-day basis, just looking around and making sure I'm doing the best I can, really.